A kid from South Africa. No famous family, no inherited fortune, no connections on Wall Street. Just a curious mind, an obsession with technology, and a tolerance for risk that most people would call insane. That kid is now worth $1 trillion, more than the GDP of Sweden, more than the combined wealth of the second, third, and fourth richest people on Earth, more than anyone in recorded human history has ever held. So how did he actually do it? And what can a normal person learn from his journey? Let us go from the very beginning. Today, we're not just talking about Elon. We're going to break down the exact lessons that made him wealthy and how an ordinary person can apply the same principles. Because the truth is, Elon didn't become rich because he was lucky. He became rich because he played a completely different game. When Elon was a child, he spent most of his time reading. Not social media, not entertainment, books. He reportedly read for hours every single day. Science, technology, business, history, everything. By the age of 12, he had already taught himself computer programming and built a video game called Blastar and sold it to a computer magazine for $500. 12 years old. First business. First sale. Most people spend years consuming entertainment. Elon spent years consuming knowledge. The first lesson is simple. Your income will rarely exceed your skills. The more valuable your skills become, the more valuable you become. Most people look for jobs. Elon looked for problems.
There are always problems on Earth. There are always problems on Earth. There are always things that we wish to be better, that we want to solve here on Earth, and we should solve them.
In the 1990s, the internet was growing rapidly. He built Zip2. Then he helped create what eventually became PayPal. When online payments were difficult, he helped solve the problem. After selling PayPal, he didn't retire. Instead, he looked at even bigger problems: electric vehicles, space travel, artificial intelligence. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the rewards can be. If you want extraordinary wealth, focus on creating extraordinary value. After selling PayPal, Elon became a millionaire. Most people would have bought luxury homes and retired. Instead, Elon invested nearly all his money into new companies: Tesla, SpaceX, and Solar City. At one point, all three companies were struggling. He was running out of money. SpaceX had multiple rocket failures.
We have liftoff.
Set you downrange.
Tesla was close to collapse. Many people thought he would lose everything, but he kept going. The lesson is not to gamble. The lesson is that massive success usually requires taking calculated risks when everyone else is playing it safe. This is perhaps the biggest lesson. Elon is not rich because of a salary. He is rich because he owns businesses. The richest people in the world own assets: companies, stocks, real estate, intellectual property. Ownership creates wealth. Working only for a paycheck creates income. There is a huge difference. Even if you're starting small, learning how to own assets is one of the most important financial skills you can develop. Most people think about next month. Elon thinks about the next decade. SpaceX took years before becoming successful. Tesla struggled for many years before becoming profitable. Many people quit because results don't come quickly. The wealthiest people often make decisions that may not pay off for years. Long-term thinking is a superpower in a world obsessed with instant gratification. Now, let's be realistic. Most of us are not going to build Tesla. Most of us are not going to launch rockets. But that doesn't mean these lessons don't apply. Step 1. Learn valuable skills. Step 2. Solve problems for people. Step 3. Increase your income. Step 4. Invest consistently. Step 5. Own assets that grow over time. Skills create income. Income creates investments. Investments create wealth. That is the formula. Elon Musk's story is not really about becoming the richest man in the world. It's about thinking differently, learning more, taking smart risks, building things that matter. and focusing on ownership instead of consumption. You don't need to become the next Elon Musk, but if you apply these principles consistently for the next 10 years, your financial future could look completely different, and that might be the most valuable lesson of all. Elon Musk became wealthy because he owned assets and businesses that grew over time. Most of us won't build Tesla or SpaceX, but we can still apply the same principle by investing in assets that grow our wealth. If you're completely new to investing, I've already created a step-by-step beginner's guide that shows exactly how to get started. Make sure to watch that video next. Link is in the description. And if you want to keep learning how money really works and want to build your own financial future step by step, subscribe to the channel and like this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.